What up, y'all? Y'all doing, bro? So first and foremost, I'm late on this. My apologies. CORTIS is finally out with not only FaSHioN, but also their album, and Go is finally on streaming services. I think we can all be happy about that. Now, just so you guys can have a little bit of context for me, all right? Now, I have been low-key, I've been glazing this group, bro, because I enjoy what's going on. I always enjoy like self-produced idols, artists, etc., especially in the space, but I also like when things feel more authentic. Like, for example, just basically how things have been shown in the documentary. Seeing some of the artists that I listen to this day work with CORTIS while they're in LA for this album, it made me happy, bro. I liked seeing the process. I like seeing them hop in the bag and create the song, and everything just feels really nice with this group. Go and what we want, you know, it feels very much in line with how old they are, and you know, it doesn't feel forced. And their inspirations obviously also seem very, very evident. Since I'm not only a fan of hip-hop music, but also K-pop, another group, let's say like Young Posse even, who shows more inspiration, or I guess more direct inspiration, I guess, from hip-hop and stuff like that, bro, I enjoy it, man. And before we start, I also want to say, because I was also upset that Go wasn't on streaming services, me and a couple other homies did a cover to CORTIS's Go, which I'm gonna link it down below, put it in the iCard. Y'all go check that out. I seen a lot of good feedback on that song, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I think y'all gonna rock with it too. But let's go ahead and jump in, and I'm excited, bro, because again, look, the title gonna say rapper reacts to. Okay, it is, because I also rap, but I could also say stylist reacts to, bro. I really could. I just want y'all to know that. So look, I'm hoping that they name dropping brands, or I don't know, like this is probably one of my most anticipated reactions, to be honest, especially with a title like this. Of course, I got my boy Guadalupe, bro. If it's fire, we gonna leave a like just like that, bro. Hold on. Bum, bum. Oh, wait. You know what? Now that I'm saying that, like the build up, a lot of people were talking about Playboy Cardi in Go, but I feel like that dun dun, and especially because this is in the intro of the doc, that one feels more closely related to the intro of Fiend. Let's see what it's hitting for, y'all. I'm excited. They be self-directing the videos and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, this is definitely, bro. See, they just have really cool compositions, man. We gonna talk about this, bro. But yeah, that's definitely reminiscent. Definitely. It's so tough. 10,000. Okay. What? Hold on. We can't even get out the chorus. I'm not gonna lie, we can't even get out the chorus, bro, because I gotta let y'all know where we at with it, bro. Dongmyo, what's up? Hongdae, what's up? Kiko Beanie, Kiko, big shouts to Kiko Konstantinov, bro. Dude, so first and foremost, they set the tone off rip. My pants, 10,000 won. Dongmyo Market, what's up? Hongdae, what's up? Those are all areas where fashion or clothing can be purchased at a low price. Now, when I was in Korea, I did not get a chance to go to Dongmyo Market, but I know that it's like a flea market. Like they have clothes on the street for very cheap. It's where all the aunts and uncles, all the grandparents be on the Dongmyo flea market, and we seen that in survival show Goganzi as well, bro. The fashion survival show, man. So it's so dope that they mentioned that, bro. $5. That is so hard. Yeah. What's up? These compositions are crazy. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's go. See, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. I'm getting a little praise the Lord vibe too as well. I don't know about y'all, but bruh, hold on, bruh. Martin, hey, hold on. No matter what he's talking to his homie, bruh. He's talking to his homie in his, okay, all right. All right, bruh. Hey, no matter what, bro. Yo. wait. Okay, hold the phone. And they keep mentioning Dongmyo. This is what I'm talking about. It could be very like, yo, bro, we know that this group is from what, 16 to 19 years max of age, bro. And it's a K-pop group that just started. And as far as I'm aware, when you start, you don't got that much money, bro. You got whatever the company, gives you so that you guys can get styled or uphold image. So it wouldn't make sense for this group to come out, talk about, yo, I'm wearing all these high-end luxury designer brands and this and that. You know what I mean? Like you would in a group or a group from like YG, right? We see that in those type of groups. But I think it's a lot more digestible when we have a young group who come out like, yo, thrifting? We got thrifting in the bars, bro. Yeah, the thrift got me looking fresh. I'm best friends with the Dongmyo grannies. They see me in Hongdae all the time, bro. Like, that's really nice, bro. And y'all, again, big shouts to the directors, bro, because these angles in this music video so far are gas. Finished the album in LA, came back looking fly. It hits harder after watching the doc. Yes. Pull up, boys. Now, I feel like we have to talk about this, bro. Now, unless this is somehow a clothing brand that I don't know about, I think this is a callback to, again, the thrifting bars. Now, I guess it'd make it a double entendre or maybe even a triple, you know what I'm saying, if it is a clothing brand. But as far as I'm aware, I've never heard of a brand called Vintage Jesus, and I've heard of a lot of brands. But what I can say is, obviously, maybe like with the resurrection or, Jesus coming back to life and things of that nature. And also vintage tees are a thing. I also enjoy collecting vintage Jesus tees. I know that is a huge thing, just like racing tees, it's just like anime tees, Harley Davidson. It's like a niche within a vintage community or like a collector, right? So vintage Jesus being type of vintage clothing, but then also they're talking about their vintage drip because they hit all the flea markets and the secondhand shop. Also, the word vintage itself giving old things a new life. I think that is hard for that to believe them a life. Yeah. Okay. The heart of Cheongnam gone. Yeah. Billions. What's up? Yo. FaSHioN. I live for top. Yo. Let's go. Wanna look at he cop? Oh my God. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Yo, this motherfucker, bro. Hey, look. You gotta give it to him, bro. This group is dope, bro. This group is fun, bro. I think it would have been cooler. I guess it's kind of hard to do, but if they were also talking and wearing some of these thrifted clothes within this music video, you know what I mean? Because like even this knit, I don't know if it is, but like I've seen a similar distressed knit sweater like that from Rick Owens, and Rick Owens ain't cheap. And I've seen a wash like that on some Rick Owens Dark Shadow bottoms before. So I don't know if I think they're wearing more expensive clothes than they're rapping about, which kind of is a little diff. But hey, I mean, I don't think many people will pay much attention to that. Like, this is hard. Okay, yeah, that voice. Yup. I love that choreo, bro. Yo. Vintage Jesus came alive. Yo. Okay. Nah, this is hard. What is this? Is that their logo? Where do they shoot this at? Bezos. What's up? What's up? They must. Yeah. The slow-mo's. Oh my gosh. Courtis, gang. Yo. Bruh. This is funny as hell, bro. Because it truly is like, again, I started the video by saying they're different in the sense, and I talked to a huge, long-time friend of the channel, Miss Mercedes, has talked about, yo, you know, it's becoming more and more popular for there to be self-produced idols, you know what I mean? And she's right. Like, I totally agree. Like, it's not like you have to be a self-produced idol to be a good idol. Like, that's no, like, not at all. But what I like about that is you get songs like this, right? You get songs like, yo, my pants cost $8 USD, my shirt cost $3 USD, you know, and I think that's cool. But like I said, like, it would have been even cooler if they were wearing that thrifted fashion rather than designer drip, you know what I mean? But I feel like unless you really know of these brands or whatever, then you kind of might not even put two and two together. Maybe you don't care. But like in my head, I'm watching this song called FaSHioN, thinking of A$AP Rocky's Praise the Lord, you know what I mean? And at that same time, it would have been cool to see them in the thrifted gear. But overall, let's say, bro, they got really good rap cadences, bro. Their voice sound great. They really deliver in a cool way. You can definitely tell who these young men listen to. I said this in a handful of music videos, bro. Like, a lot of K-pop fans don't necessarily like hip-hop, in my opinion. You know what I mean? So I'm really wondering how this group is going to be, you know, received. But I do know that through the documentary, they have another soft song where they're singing and they sound great. And I've been saying this through all my Twitch streams and the documentary watches, bro. They're giving me the feeling of New Jeans hitting the scene, bro. And what I mean by that is here's this random group coming up, taking over with just a few tracks and leaving a huge impression. In my opinion, I'm really, really pleased with Courtis so far. And I know we're in a new generation or whatever, but just the fact that, hey, this feels as if these guys making the music that they listen to on a daily, you know, whether it's the music that they listen to try to, you know, learn how to rap or whatever it is, all around the world, bro. Playboy Cardi, A$AP Rocky, whoever that they're listening to, I feel like it's cool to see more of, I guess you could say more. We know that K-pop is influenced a lot by black music. So I think it's cool to see stuff like this, in my opinion, especially when it's like, it's done well. I think it's done well. But at the end of the day, it's also done the same too. So if you've heard of Praise the Lord, you know, if you've heard of A$AP Rocky, if you've heard of Playboy Cardi and all the other references, if you've heard of those artists, then this doesn't necessarily sound new, but it's new in a place of K-pop, I guess, right? So you kind of take it as you will. But I feel like a lot of people enjoy this song for sure. Full circle, this is what got me into K-pop. The outfits, the fashion. The song's called FaSHioN. They're wearing great outfits. And then it's also with music I'm relating to. So this is dope. With lyrics that I feel like a lot more people can relate to compared to maybe actual like Western rap where everybody's wearing fucking spending money on all these huge brands, Balenciaga, Gucci, Cartier, you know, all these things where it's like, damn, bro, I can't relate, but this sound hard. You know, at least in this, you're like, yo, bro, I'm T5, my pants 10. It's just a cool vibe overall, but I'm not gonna lie, it made me want to hop on. So I'm gonna hit my homies up. We might do on this one too. But with that, y'all, I appreciate you guys so very much for checking this out. I'm going to be listening to their album very, very soon. That slow track, I can't wait to hear what that one sounds like because on the documentary, it sounded amazing. And look, man, I'm looking forward to see you guys' thoughts and opinions on this down below. I will definitely be watching other people's reactions myself as well. Let's see what people's like general feedback is. This song is tough. Hey, man, if you guys want to support the channel, feel free to pull up on the Patreon, bro, because like I said, we have been watching a lot of stuff. We are watching the Courtis doc. People want me to watch their vlogs and stuff, bro. I think I might adopt a new group, and Courtis is going to be one of them. So I have a screen showing you guys some clips, some things that we've been watching over on the Patreon, man. It helps me bring more videos to you guys and keep the channel rolling. So if you guys would like to, feel free. But if not, no pressure, no problem at all. Just let me know your thoughts and opinions down below on FaSHioN, as well as your favorite song from the album. And I hope to see you guys in some later uploads. Peace out, y'all.
From the very beginning.
55 and 56. I can make my body I can make my body move. Hell yeah.
Be at peace. Let's kick it. Time to decide who K-pop did the best.
Let's kick it. Hell yeah.
And there's chicken, Korean chicken.
Fried chicken.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it don't look like J Ball. I don't want none of this. You don't want none of this, bro. Oh, Mickey took that bitch over.
빈티지 잡으러 갈 거야.
Yoshi and Sai probably the happiest people today. Going to the vintage shops.
Hello.
Nah. Bro slumped with his mouth open, and they didn't blur him out. There, you can already tell that's different. Look, he gonna turn the laptop on like he up. You wasn't up. I do the same shit. Sai he been starting all these songs sweetly. Hell no.
Not like that, Asahi. Not like that. Not like that. You don't do it like that.
My boob and booty hot. I'm star. What you want them to do? What else could they say? I don't want to hear them say nothing else, personally. Yo, I gotta go.
40살 뽕숙이다.
야.
왜?
That's Bongso. She's 40.
야, 이거 좀 어떻게.
Damn, no.
나가자.
No. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Maybe he ain't playing in it, but she is.